I'm Nick Hughes, and this is Founders Live Conversations. Where did this come from? How did this idea come about? How did you develop the technology? When did you start the company?
Yeah, WavCatcher started as Farfield. Farfield was an antenna company. We started as a father-son gig. My father is an amazing person in terms of he's probably the most honest man you know, and you've seen business. Honest men and business don't always work well together.
Yeah. But
as an engineer, he's one of the top in his profession. Patriot Missile, for example, he worked the missile system there.
Oh, wow.
That's his antenna system, or at least his designs for it. That's among his claim to fame, if you will. So on the hierarchy in the defense and aerospace industry, he's at the top. So when he left into, I'd say the 90s, he tried to start his own business, and actually he survived for a very long time. That's how I somehow, after I entered adulthood, I fell into it with him. And that's kind of how we started.
Right. And so when you said you fell into it with him, he clearly had, created the technology or had these ideas and the expertise around antennas. Where did you come into play?
Right. So, believe it or not, I get accused of being an engineer just because I've learned to speak engineer.
Yeah.
But I learned from my coaching background. I started coaching kids. I coached volleyball. Volleyball was my thing. And for a very long time, I thought that's what I was going to do, be a coach, be a teacher. And I also studied advertising. Somewhere all of those things, just the convergence of all these things, and to the point where he was coming out and he was struggling to try to really get some traction. He offered me a position to help him and help the family, and I kind of learned the business. And from there, we were off. And this was pre-Farfield. I learned the business, started with him in a startup for a while, left the business for quite a bit. And then when push came to shove, recently we restarted the business again. And I was in a much more mature place.
Right. Now.